All right, welcome back to the McHugh Insurance Group YouTube channel. I appreciate you checking out another episode, and today's is going to be a really good one. I'm going to share with you today the number one thing you can do to take control of your insurance rates, aka the number one thing you can do to get the best insurance rates. It's a little bit of a secret. I'm going to let you guys in on it, okay? And here it is. It's very simple. The best way for you to get the best insurance rates year in and year out is to hire an independent agent with options who is willing to do the work for you. It is that simple. Now, it may seem very, very elementary, this idea, and there may be people watching it saying, well, I know that. But there's a couple of things to really, really understand about this. The world that we live in today has driven customers to buying their insurance online, especially home and auto, even life insurance. And people have been drawn to that because it's so convenient, it's quick, they can do it any time of day. But where that really kills the consumer is they're only getting a quote from one carrier, and they may be giving them a really good option up front, but here comes the bait and switch in 6 months. Okay? As a result, when you're thinking about it, okay, it's great. I'm going to go out. Maybe I'll compare a couple of quotes online. I'll be my own agent and find myself the best deal. It sounds like a good idea, but in 6 months from now, when that policy renews, are you really going to go back and take another look? What are the odds that every year, twice a year, maybe once a year, you're going to go out and take a look at your insurance policies every year without fail? They're pretty low because I'm an insurance consumer myself, and I don't even like to do that, okay? When you hire an independent broker, and it's very important to understand that, independent broker, an agency that has got multiple insurance companies as options for their customers. You are paying somebody to do that work for you, but the catch is you're not paying them a dime. The insurance companies are paying them. So your position, if I'm in your position, which I am as a consumer myself, I want to work with an insurance broker who is going to do the shopping for me, that I know will actually do the work for me, who has options, who can give me an idea as far as what the entire market looks like. And there's a handful of reasons as to why this is the most important thing you can do to get the best rates. Number one, as I've mentioned, if you have an agent who works with 3, 4, 5, 10 different insurance companies, when they go to quote your insurance, for the most part, they're going to be able to show you and present to you the most competitive option, whether it be for your home and auto or for your business insurance. 9 times out of 10, they're going to bring you the most cost-effective option. Okay? That's number one. That means that they're going to go out to carriers that you don't have access to online. They're going to take the time, which takes us maybe 2 to 3 minutes for home and auto quotes, to quote it with all of those carriers rather than you spending 10 minutes on each one. So now you're saving time, and the odds are you're going to go to an agent who's going to find you the best option out there. Obviously, assuming coverages are all the same, they should be sending you the most cost-effective option. Where that gets even better is in 6 months, 12 months, when your policy goes to renew, if your rates go up, your agent has the ability to go out and find you a better program. They have the ability to go back to those same exact carriers they did the first time and see if there's something better out there. If not, worst case scenario, you know that you don't need to go out and shop because your agent has already done the work for you and you are still getting the best deal you possibly can. Okay? The second piece to how having an independent agent will help you save money and get the best rates in the long term is having somebody who's an advocate for you, somebody who's a consultant for you when it comes to your insurance program. And what I mean by that is, let's just say, for your personal auto policy, you have a claim. Okay, you get into an accident, it's a small fender bender, maybe it's $400 or $500 worth of damage, and you've got a $250 deductible. As an independent agent, the question is this something you want to submit to your insurance, or is it something that you could afford to pay out of pocket? Most people, if they work with an online carrier, one of these 1-800 carriers, they just go call the number and legally they are told, hey, you should submit this claim and let us handle it. Now, in some cases, that's the way to do it. And as insurance agents, we're not allowed to tell you to not submit claims. my goal and an independent agent's goal should be to just get you to think about it. Think about the long-term costs. A $500 claim less a $250 deductible means you're going to get $250. Can you afford that extra $250 in the long run? And if you can, here's the positive impact it'll have on your rates. Because an insurance agent should be there to consult you and educate you on what will happen as a result of X, Y, and Z to your program. Meaning, if I have towing claims, if I have a beater car that needs to constantly be towed because the battery dies or whatever it may be, you may not think that goes against your insurance and it doesn't cost you a dime, but in the long run, now the insurance company's looking at you as a customer in a different light, and it's going to continue to impact your rates. Okay? So those are the two biggest things. When you hire an independent agent, if you hire the right one, meaning somebody who has options, they work with multiple carriers. Number two, somebody who is diligent, who's actually going to do the work for you. They're going to take the time to quote your program every year when it's necessary. And number three, it's somebody you trust to do all those things for you and not just stick you with one carrier because it's easier, because it benefits them the best. The alternative is you do the shopping yourself, you figure out insurance yourself, learn something that it takes people decades to learn and figure it out overnight. Or you go online and do it yourself and get a couple of quotes here and there and then forget about it for a couple of years, and maybe you miss out on a couple of different savings opportunities along that time. But I am telling you right now, it is the number one piece of advice I can give to any insurance customer, and that is, if you want to save money, if you want to get the best deal year in and year out, you need to hire an independent insurance agent. Hire a broker. If you go through some of these direct carriers, understand that those agents represent that company. They do not represent you. They represent that company's financial goals. They don't represent your best situation or your financial well-being. When you work with an independent agent or a broker, they represent their customer in any transaction. Their goal should be, if you hire the right one, remember, to best take care of their customer every time. That means getting them set up with the right coverage. It means getting them the best deal year in and year out. Give it a shot. If you're not working with one now, just give it a shot and see how it works out for you. That's it for today. Like I said, really quick hitter, but something very important. I told you I was going to let you know a little secret that's not so secret. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for future information. Maybe we'll dig in a little bit more onto how to save money on your insurance. But I'm telling you right now, this is a starting point.